The afternoon of May 16, 2025 began like any other in St. Louis, Missouri. The city was bustling with activity and people were going about their daily routines. The air was warm and the sky was clear, giving no hint of the impending disaster. But by late afternoon, the weather took a drastic turn. The once clear sky began to darken as clouds rapidly formed. Dark clouds gathered, casting an ominous shadow over the city. The atmosphere grew tense as the first signs of the storm appeared. A sense of unease settled in as the wind picked up, swirling dust and debris through the streets. Then, it hit with a sudden, terrifying force. A powerful tornado, its funnel illuminated by flashes of lightning, ripped through the heart of St. Louis. The sight was both mesmerizing and horrifying. The roar of the wind was deafening like a freight train barreling through the city. The noise was overwhelming, drowning out all other sounds. Buildings shook, trees snapped like twigs, and debris flew through the air with deadly force. The city's infrastructure was no match for the storm's power. The tornado, later classified as an EF3, cut a path of destruction through some of St. Louis's most populated areas. The damage was extensive and heartbreaking. The storm's fury was relentless, showing no signs of abating as it continued its rampage. Winds exceeding 135 miles per hour tore roofs off homes, shattered windows and tossed vehicles like toys. The destruction was almost surreal. The storm left a trail of devastation in its wake, leaving residents in shock and disbelief. The community was left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. The storm's sudden impact served as a stark reminder of the raw power of nature and the importance of preparedness. It was a lesson that no one in St. Louis would soon forget. The tornado's path carved a scar through the city, heavily impacting several neighborhoods. University City, home to Washington University and a vibrant community, was hit particularly hard. The tornado ripped through the heart of the university campus, damaging buildings, uprooting trees, and leaving the once picturesque grounds in ruins. Clayton, a bustling business district, also faced the storm's wrath. High-rise buildings, normally symbols of strength and stability, swayed precariously as the tornado passed. Windows shattered, sending shards of glass raining down on the streets below. The storm surge flooded streets, turning roads into rivers and leaving many stranded. Residential areas weren't spared either. Homes were reduced to rubble, their contents scattered by the wind. The storm's aftermath revealed the devastating power of the tornado, leaving many to grapple with the loss of their homes and belongings. The streets were littered with downed power lines, making even navigating the wreckage a treacherous task. As the storm subsided, the community began to assess the damage and recount their experiences. Stories of survival and resilience began to emerge, painting a vivid picture of the chaos and bravery that unfolded. John Miller, a resident of University City, described the terrifying moment the tornado struck, shaking his home to its core. It was like everything went dark, and then the noise hit, he recalled, his voice still trembling from the memory. I could hear the wind howling, and then the house started shaking violently. It felt like the end of the world. I grabbed my family and we huddled in the basement, praying it would end soon, he added, emphasizing the fear they felt. Sarah Thompson, a student at Washington University, was in the library when the tornado hit, turning a quiet study session into a nightmare. The building started shaking and the lights went out, she said, describing the sudden plunge into darkness. We could hear glass breaking and debris hitting the windows. It was terrifying, she continued, her voice filled with emotion. We all huddled together under desks, waiting for it to be over, hoping we would be safe. In Clayton, Emily Carter, a waitress at a local restaurant, witnessed the tornado's destructive power firsthand, an experience she will never forget. I was serving customers when I saw this massive funnel cloud coming towards us, she said, her eyes wide with the memory. The windows blew out and the whole place went dark. It was chaos, she described, the fear still evident in her voice. People were screaming and running for cover, trying to find safety wherever they could. I'll never forget that sound, the roar of the wind and the crashing of glass. It was like a scene from a horror movie. It was like something out of a nightmare, she concluded, a sentiment echoed by many who lived through the storm. As the storm passed, the true spirit of St. Louis shone through the wreckage. First responders, including firefighters, police officers, and paramedics, worked tirelessly to reach those trapped in the debris. Neighbors helped neighbors, digging through rubble, sharing food and water, and offering comfort to those in need. The injured were transported to local hospitals, where medical professionals worked around the clock to provide care. St. Louis Children's Hospital treated several children for minor injuries, a testament to the storm's indiscriminate path. The community rallied around those affected, offering support and donating to relief efforts. Stories of heroism emerged from the chaos. Off-duty firefighter Captain Michael Davis, despite having his own home damaged, spent hours helping pull survivors from a collapsed apartment building. Local restaurant owner Maria Garcia, whose business was destroyed, turned her undamaged food truck into a mobile kitchen, providing free meals to first responders and displaced residents. Section 5, University City picking up the pieces. The tornado left an indelible mark on University City. Washington University, a pillar of the community, sustained significant damage. Iconic buildings like Brookings Hall and Graham Chapel were scarred, their once pristine architecture marred by the storm's fury. The university community, however, showed remarkable resilience. Students, faculty, and staff came together to clear debris, support one another, and begin the long process of rebuilding. The university administration pledged to rebuild stronger and safer, ensuring the institution's legacy would continue to thrive. Despite the challenges, a spirit of hope and determination permeated University City. Residents, understanding the long road to recovery ahead, drew strength from their shared experience and unwavering community spirit. Section 6, Clayton's close call. A community relieved. Clayton, while bearing the scars of the tornado's passage, breathed a collective sigh of relief. The damage, though significant, could have been far worse. The city's robust infrastructure and quick response from emergency services mitigated the storm's impact. Businesses, determined to rebuild, boarded up shattered windows and began assessing the damage. Insurance adjusters descended upon the city, working with residents and business owners to process claims and begin the rebuilding process. The storm served as a stark reminder of the importance of disaster preparedness. City officials vowed to review emergency protocols, improve communication systems, and strengthen building codes to better withstand future events. Section 7, Restoring the City, Utilities and Essential Services. In the aftermath of the tornado, restoring essential services became a top priority. Downed power lines plunged neighborhoods into darkness, and the lack of electricity crippled communication networks and essential services. Ameren, the region's primary energy provider, mobilized crews to repair power lines and restore electricity. Water treatment plants, impacted by the power outages, struggled to maintain water pressure and quality. City officials issued boil water advisories, urging residents to take precautions until the water supply could be deemed safe. The Red Cross and other relief organizations set up distribution centers, providing bottled water, food, and other necessities to those in need. The restoration of essential services was a Herculean effort, requiring coordination between multiple agencies and countless hours of tireless work. The city's ability to bounce back after such a devastating event was a testament to the dedication of its essential workers and the resilience of its people. Section 8. A City United Resilience in the Face of Disaster. The St. Louis tornado of May 16, 2025 was a tragedy that tested the spirit of the city. Yet from the rubble and the heartbreak emerged stories of courage, compassion, and unwavering community spirit. Neighbors helped neighbors, strangers became friends, and the city united to support those in need. The tornado's aftermath highlighted the importance of preparedness, the strength of community, and the indomitable human spirit. St. Louis, though scarred by the storm, showed its resilience, proving that even in the face of devastation, there is always hope and the will to rebuild. The outpouring of support from across the nation demonstrated the power of unity and compassion. Donations poured in from individuals, organizations, and corporations, all eager to assist St. Louis in its recovery. Section 9, The Unpredictable Future. Lessons Learned and Preparedness. The St. Louis tornado served as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of severe weather events and the importance of preparedness. The devastation left in its wake was a wake-up call for the entire community. As climate change continues to impact weather patterns, such events may become more frequent and severe, underscoring the need for proactive measures. The increasing unpredictability of weather demands a robust response. The city of St. Louis, reflecting on the lessons learned from the disaster, vowed to enhance its emergency preparedness plans. This involved a comprehensive review of existing protocols and identifying areas for improvement. This included strengthening early warning systems, improving communication channels, and ensuring that alerts reach every resident in a timely manner, and educating residents on safety procedures during severe weather events. Public awareness campaigns and community workshops became a priority. Furthermore, the city recognized the importance of investing in resilient infrastructure, capable of withstanding the increasing intensity of future storms. This was seen as a long-term investment in the city's safety, capable of withstanding the increasing intensity of future storms. This included the construction of storm-resistant buildings and the installation of flood barriers. This included strengthening building codes, ensuring that new constructions meet higher safety standards, reinforcing critical infrastructure like power grids to prevent outages during severe weather, and implementing sustainable urban planning strategies. Green infrastructure and renewable energy sources were also part of the plan. The St. Louis tornado, while a tragedy, served as a catalyst for change. It united the community in a shared goal of rebuilding and improving. It highlighted the importance of community resilience, proactive planning, and the need for everyone to be involved in preparedness efforts, and a collective commitment to building a safer and more prepared future for all. Together, the community aimed to ensure that such a disaster would never catch them off guard again.